we have to talk about the breakfast that is sweeping everybody's TikToks, and that is baked oatmeal. I am seeing it every single day. I am now so freaking curious if the baked oatmeal even comes out the way that TikTok shows me. Does it taste good? Is it healthy for me? Should you be making it? Well, let's buckle up and try this baked oatmeal craze together. Hey y'all, it is so good to have you back, and if you're new here, it is so nice to have you. My name is Nicole. I am a registered dietitian, and I was a fitness instructor at various popular South Florida locations. I've helped people in the nutrition world that were trying to go to the NFL Combine, patients in the hospital, as well as just people trying to live a healthy and happy lifestyle. And here's the video today. It's all about this baked oatmeal craze I keep seeing every time I go on TikTok, which is amazing because oatmeal is so beneficial. I am actually very surprised oatmeal hasn't been named a superfood yet, or maybe it has and I just missed it, even though technically there's no such thing as like a superfood. But if there was, oatmeal has so many health benefits. For one, reduces your risk of any kind of heart disease. All of that fiber is gonna help decrease that bad LDL and get your heart a little bit more healthy. And when it does that, it also helps lower your blood pressure, so less risk of stroke. Also, the fiber, which we'll even talk a little bit more about fun facts later, the fiber in this is gonna help control weight as well as decrease any kind of insulin spikes. I am stoked to try these two recipes. They would be amazing, hopefully, fingers crossed, to add into your week. And let's see if the 30 minutes in the oven is worth it. All right, y'all, the first one we're trying today, blueberry muffin, because my favorite muffin is a blueberry muffin. I don't know about you.
Alrighty, grabbing whatever kind of blender you have and adding a half of a scoop of dry oatmeal to that blender. And then grabbing some baking powder, 1 teaspoon. A half of a banana, I'm using fresh, I have not tried frozen yet. Eyeball a teaspoon of vanilla in there, and then just a tiny bit of salt to release all those flavors. Whatever milk you want, I'm using half a cup of soy milk for some plant-based protein. And then 1 egg for some added protein and some fat to your breakfast. Blend it up, really won't take long, maybe 30 seconds max.
Looks a little liquidy. Hopefully this is what it's supposed to look like. And top it, did not top. All right, they all sank back down, so it's probably gonna be legitimately all blueberries at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna put this away. Let's make the next one. The next one we are making is the peanut butter chocolate chip, and I am stoked about this one because I love peanut butter. I love chocolate chips, and it looks like a cake.
Grabbing your blender again, another half cup of oats into the blender. Try not to make as big of a mess as I make every time I do this. 1 egg, some protein, it's gonna bind everything together. Adding a tablespoon of maple syrup or any kind of sweetener you want. Next up, a tablespoon of nut butter. I'm using a mixed nut butter because it was in my pantry, but anything will do. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. A little bit of salt. And then this is a 1/4 cup of milk. You can use the fluid ounce measurement. I am incorrect with this, but definitely a 1/4 cup of milk. And some cinnamon just to taste. Blend her up.
I'm gonna try again if I put the chocolate chips in here, mix it up, and see if that works. Just like the blueberries, probably all sink to the bottom yet again. So I'm using the Lily's chocolate, and what I like about these is there actually is some added fiber in the chocolate and not as much sugar as usual chocolates, especially if it's for like a breakfast. Like, of course, sometimes they have the real thing, but sometimes I wanna make it like a little tiny, itty bitty bit healthier. It's not gonna make much of a difference on like the health scale. Anywhere I can cut some of the added sugars, I'm going to try. You know what I mean? Just a little sprinkle of them. Completely forgot to show you that, so let's try that again from the top. Little bit thicker, just a little bit. Last one, lava cake time. I freaking live for chocolate. So let's try it out.
All right, this one's a little different. You're gonna take half of a fresh banana and then smush it on up. Like literally smush it until it looks like baby food. Then you're gonna add a half a cup of oats, but first blend the oats. I probably should put that on camera, but blend the oats, pulse it just until it looks like flour. Literally it took me 10 seconds. And then 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Adding in 1 tablespoon of maple syrup or any sweetener of your choice, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then a 1/4 cup of any kind of milk. Again, I'm using my favorite soy milk. Little splash of salt, and then a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And in this one, you don't even need to blend, you just stir it until it's completely melted together. It will literally look like brownie batter. The finishing is the lava portion. Grab a chunk of chocolate, put it in the center, and then just bury it like you would a shell at the beach.
Before we put it in the oven, let me just real quickly say that all of these are wildly different looking. This is the liquidy one, the first one we made, the blueberry, when it doesn't look liquidy in the TikTok. This is the most thick one, which also looks the most promising, the lava cake. In the middle, the Goldilocks, that is our peanut butter one. Every one had varying times. Quickest one to cook is the lava cake, and that's supposed to take like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna put them in the oven for 15 minutes, see what they look like, and then we'll just keep cooking. But while we're cooking, stick around because I'm gonna discuss some fun facts about some oatmeal. And y'all, oatmeal, so stinking fun. You ain't gonna wanna miss it. Don't turn off quite yet, stay with me. And I know you heard about the fiber because I briefly discussed about fiber at the beginning of this episode with oatmeal. What's really cool about the fiber in the oatmeal is there's a lot of beta glucans. And these beta glucans are so good for gut health. And let me explain. When we eat things like oatmeal that have beta glucans, that have fiber in them, the fiber cannot be digested. So it goes throughout our entire digestive system. And when it gets to our large intestine, it tends to ferment. When it ferments, it actually increases the good bacteria in our gut. And what's so amazing about having good bacteria in your gut and feeding your gut well is that good bacteria, one, is gonna help with bowel movements. It's gonna make bowel movements easier. It's gonna make bowel movements more frequently. There is some minimal research that it may actually help with people with IBS, yet there needs to be more research before I could actually say that. And there is research that it's linking with an increased mood. Not only good for your heart, good for your gut, but it could actually maybe make you happier. And why wouldn't you want to add that in your day, right? So hopefully these baked oatmeals are pretty tasty because that would be so fun to make. And lastly, oatmeal has polyphenols, which are basically antioxidants. So oatmeal is going to help fight any kind of free radicals or inflammation in your body. Again, why wouldn't you add more oatmeal in your day? But it just beeped, so I'm gonna check on them. I'm taking the chocolate one off. We're gonna let it cool for a second, and we're gonna give it a shot. We're putting these back in there for at least 15 more minutes because it is so freaking wiggly. Okay, we're gonna see if it oozes out. Ready? Any ooze? No. No ooze, but there's the chocolate. It looks good, but no ooze. All right, let's give this a shot. Y'all, this tastes like straight up brownie batter. I'm not even kidding you. Ooh, steamy. It smells just like brownie batter. You don't even need the chocolate squares. That maple syrup really does help it. Oh my gosh. One more thing. So thick. Like, it's not moving at all. So if you like thick oatmeal and you like brownie batter, you need to make this one. This one came out freaking perfect. The only thing this one is missing is like some protein. Maybe next time I would add either like an egg or egg whites in there and whip it up before you put it in the oven. It's not gonna really change any of the flavor. It's just gonna increase some protein so that you get the fiber and the protein, which is like a power combo. Whenever you're having a meal or snack and you get protein and fiber smushed together, you feel so much more satisfied and full for longer than if you just had one or the other. The next one, the Goldilocks. You remember the one that was like semi-thick? It came out cute, slightly golden brown. Smells very cinnamony, and this is like that peanut butter one. Literally texture of a muffin, cupcake. This looks nothing like oatmeal. Why have I not been making this? It is a little bit longer to make because it's literally like you're making a cake, but it is actually worth it. And putting some extra peanut butter on top would be freaking phenomenal. If I think about it, there's definitely oatmeal in here, but I have to think about it because it has a little bit of the oatmeal texture. Literally an oatmeal and a cake had a baby, and that's what this is. It is so amazing. The fact that there's good protein in here because of the egg, good fat because of the peanut butter, and then a good carbohydrate because of the oatmeal, That's a grand slam of a breakfast, snack, lunch, whatever you want to call it. You can definitely add like strawberries on top of this, would be amazing. The one I was most concerned with actually looks the most beautiful, and it's ginormous. Look at this creation. Look at this baby I made. Like, it is a perfect golden brown. It smells like cake. What? And this is the blueberry. So hopefully the blueberries didn't go all the way to the bottom.
They went all the way to the bottom.
I don't even see a blueberry right now. 1 second. Okay, there's a blueberry. Okay. Do you die? Okay, this is very good. Definitely more bland than the other two because there's no like maple syrup in here. Next time, I'm gonna add some maple syrup or even honey to this before I put it in the oven. More blueberries. Somehow I need to get the blueberries not to be only at the bottom. I think there's a trick where you like put them in cornstarch and then you put them in here. That might be completely wrong. I think I heard that on like English Bake Off, but I'm not positive. Still, would I eat this entire thing? 1000%. So my favorite one, chocolate. It tastes like just like brownie batter, but otherwise, if you want me to do another video where I try other baked oats, let me know. You can even send me them over Instagram. My handle is right below, Nicole Hoskins. And let me know in the comment section below if you do want another me trying TikTok foods. I would love it. I love trying recipes. I love seeing if what is on social media is actually the truth, because LOL. And if you haven't already, press the like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next Friday. Bye, y'all.